Good evening to all. Today's point of discussion is the addition of HCN NaHSO3 and Grignard's reagent to the carbonyl compounds. So we know very well that in carbonyl compounds carbonyl group is present and carbonyl group is polar one. Therefore carbonyl compounds prefer to undergo nucleophilic addition. Now addition of these things, I mean HCN, NaHSO3 and Grignard's reagent are the one of the finest examples of what nucleophilic addition reaction. So we are going to discuss these things one by one. Now the part of our discussion right now is addition of HCN. Now remember HCN is a form nitrile. So aldehydes and ketones when treated with HCN, I mean form nitrile, that is hydrogen cyanide in basic medium, then corresponding cyanohydrines are obtained. I mean aldehydes react with HCN to form aldehyde cyanohydrine, whereas ketones give ketone cyanohydrine. So for example, aldehydes are represented as RCHO. So when aldehydes are treated with HCN in basic medium, remember medium should be basic, then we know very well the carbonyl group is polar one, thus addition of HCN to the aldehydes takes place in this manner, and this lead to the formation of addition product which can be given as, this is the cyanohydrine of aldehyde, which may be termed as aldehyde cyanohydrine. So ketones do the same. If at all instead of aldehydes, if ketones are treated with the same, so ketones are represented as RCOR. When ketones are treated with HCN, that is form nitrile in basic medium, then also addition takes place and that lead to the formation of ketone cyanohydrine, which may be represented as. Now remember, aldehydes are more reactive towards nucleophilic addition than ketones. Thus above reaction, I mean rate of above reaction is higher comparatively. So now as far as mechanism of this reaction is concerned, it can be explained in two distinct steps. So mechanism is so simple. So first of all, what happens, HCN, so proton ultimately get removed by the base. Now electron pair of this bond remains at the carbon and the base removes proton and lead to the formation of Cn minus, which happens to be nucleophile. Now in very first step, I mean in step number 1, so nucleophile attacks the carbonyl carbon in aldehyde or ketone. So we are going to explain this reaction. So very first step is nucleophilic attack. So remember this step is slower one. So aldehydes can be represented as, we know very well this is polar one, and right here our nucleophile is Cn minus. So Cn minus tend to attack at the carbonyl carbon and lead to the formation of an intermediate which can be given as, so this is our tetrahedral intermediate. Now in very second step, so next step, I mean step number 2 is the fast protonation of it. I mean intermediate get protonated. So protonation step is the second step. So our intermediate whatever obtained can be given as, this is our intermediate. So in this step protonation takes place and it is comparatively faster one. So upon protonation we may receive the product which may be given as, so this is a cyanohydrine of aldehyde. So ketones do react in similar manner, thus aldehydes and ketones give corresponding cyanohydrines when treated with what, hydrogen cyanide. Now second important thing, I mean second is addition of NaHSO3, addition of NaHSO3. NaHSO3 is nothing but sodium bisulfite. Remember, this reaction has industrial importance as aldehydes and ketones react with sodium bisulfite to give bisulfite addition product. So bisulfite addition product are crystalline derivative, so which when treated with mineral acids, ultimately aldehydes and ketones are obtained, which two are in pure state. Thus this reaction is used to purify aldehydes and ketones. So what happens exactly? Aldehydes, which may be represented as RCHO, when treated with NaHSO3, then addition takes place and that may lead to the formation of bisulfite addition product of aldehyde. And if at all ketones are treated with the same, so ketones are represented as RCOR, when treated with NaHSO3, that is sodium bisulfite, then addition takes place and that lead to the formation of addition product, which may be represented as, so this is the addition product, and I mean bisulfite addition product of ketone. Now mechanism of this reaction is also quite important and interesting as well. So when we discuss mechanism, first of all take a look what happens. NaHSO3 prefer to undergo ionization in this way. Now HSO3 minus whatever obtained further undergo dissociation producing H plus and SO3 2 minus. Now exactly what happens? In step number 1, SO3 2 minus attacks the carbonyl carbon. So aldehydes can be represented as, we know very well, the carbonyl group is polar one, thus electron pair, pi bonded electron pair remain shifted at the oxygen and that lead to the positive charge on the carbon. And now SO3 2 minus can be given as, now what happens? Exactly, this sulfur along with the lone pair attack at the carbon and this electron pair may get shifted like this, that lead to the formation of an addition product which can be given as. Now in very next step, I mean step number 2 is the protonation step. Thus an intermediate so obtained in very first step get protonated ultimately in this way. So HSO3 minus, so protonation takes place like this and this lead to the formation of an addition product which can be given as along with SO3 2 minus. Now this species may combine with Na plus, which get released earlier, and that lead to the formation of solid bisulfite, I mean sodium bisulfite addition product of aldehyde, which happens to be crystalline derivative. In this way reaction may take place. Now third very important thing is addition of Grignard's reagent. Now remember, when Grignard's reagent is treated with formaldehyde, then primary alcohols are expected. When aldehydes other than formaldehyde are treated with Grignard's reagent, then secondary alcohols are obtained, whereas ketones give tertiary alcohols with Grignard's reagent. So first of all, Grignard's reagent are represented as RMgX. When treated with formaldehyde, remember formaldehyde is reactive aldehyde among the all. So in presence of dry ether, when we treat this, we know very well carbonyl group is polar one and electronic shift may be represented like this. So attack of the Grignard's reagent may be shown as, so this lead to the formation of an addition complex, what we called Mg complex. Now Mg complex upon acidic hydrolysis by using dilute mineral acid, we may receive RCH2OH along with MgOHX. So this is primary alcohol. So remember, all primary alcohols except methyl alcohol can be prepared by this method. If instead of formaldehyde other aldehydes are chosen, take an example. So Grignard's reagent may be represented as, and aldehyde other than formaldehyde may be represented as RCHO. So in presence of dry ether, when we react these things, now we know very well this group is polar one and magnesium is metal, so electronic shift may be represented as. So the addition of Grignard's reagent to carbonyl group can be shown as, so this lead to the formation of an addition complex which can be given as. Now this addition complex, that is Mg complex, is to be hydrolyzed by using dilute acid. So upon acidic hydrolysis we get secondary alcohols with the departure of MgOHX. So this is the 2-degree alcohol so obtained. Now ketones react with Grignard's reagent. Our Grignard's reagent is represented as RMgX. Ketones can be represented as RCOR. So in presence of dry ether, when Grignard's reagent are treated with ketones, then the addition can be shown as, so addition lead to the formation of an Mg complex which can be given as, so this is Mg complex. Now Mg complex upon acidic hydrolysis by using dilute acid lead to the formation of tertiary alcohol along with MgOHX. In this way, aldehydes and ketones react with Grignard's reagent producing alcohols. Thank you very much.